All right, it's recorded. Okay, so
Okay, okay.
decomposition. It just means take a fraction and decompose it into smaller what? Smaller fractions. So these two right here, they're called partial fractions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now for this one is obvious, but if you have something like this, like 4 over x times x plus 3, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the common denominator. Do you see that? So that
Yeah.
means one of the fractions had to have x, and the other one had to at least have what?
X plus 3.
X plus 3. Now, the numerator is the trick because there's so many different ways of writing the number what? 4.
4.
I mean, you could have had 1 plus 3, or you get it?
2
2
plus 2.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, obviously, with numbers, it doesn't really matter. But when you have like variables, like, x squared plus whatever, you're like, which one belongs on which one? And so what you do is you put like an unknown variable to represent that, capital A and capital what?
B.
B. The now this one's easy, but like the problem that you posted, this one right here. See
Yeah.
it? Notice that this has a squared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So well, let me see. So there's like a rule for this. Um, Now, did your teacher give you anything like this at all? Does it make
I don't
sense?
think so. I don't think so.
Okay. So if they didn't, then they're just sticking to the first one, okay? So
Okay.
what this means is if you see something like something to the like fourth power, right? Or
Yeah.
third power, like this. So like say this something at 4 over x plus 3 to the third what? Third
Power.
power.
Yeah.
You have to decompose it what I think one at a time, like x plus 3 to the first power, x plus 3 to the second power, and x plus 3 to the what? Third.
Third
Like
power.
you have to assume that that's how they found the common denominator with all these missing pieces there. So if that's not the case, then we can just like jump in. Notice that it's a squared here. So this rule right here says just factor the what?
Denominator.
Yeah, factor the denominator, and the denominator on the right side will contain what you call linear factors. Do you notice that this is kind of like an mx plus b?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you see how it's increasing one, two, like three. If it's something squared, but because we're gonna separate into two factors, it's called irreducible, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I just want to just double check on that. Okay, so here we go. First thing you want to do is just factor the bottom, and it's just a lot of grunt work, a lot of calculations. Okay, so the denominator will look like this: x plus 3, x minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there it is. This is what we want to decompose. So we know that the denominator will have at least two of these separate factors. One's going to have an x plus what?
X plus
3,
3
and
and
x minus 1.
X minus 1. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if it was as easy as just putting, 5x on top and 7, but the
Yeah.
denominators are different. Um, and then when you get common denominators, you have to, how you have to multiply the other one to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
that's going to change everything, right? So we don't know what's on top of here. So we'll put it as A and what?
B.
A and B. Okay. Now you're going to work with this equation right here. Okay. This
Okay.
is going to be equal to that. Now, the first thing we're going to do is just erase all the denominators by multiplying both sides by the common denominator. So I'm going to put this right here, x plus 3, x minus 1. And on this side right here, x plus 3 times x minus what?
1.
If you multiply these two, it'll cancel out, right?
Yeah.
So all you have on the left side is just 5x minus 7. Now on the right side, if you distribute that to this, the x plus 3's will cancel out.
But
A
the
will
X
be multiplied
minus.
to x minus 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then B will be multiplied to what?
X plus 3, sorry.
X plus 3, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, this is where if you just, if you just don't make a mistake, everything's going to work out with your life. Everything's going to be nice and dandy. Okay. Now, before I finish this, I need to show you an example because most students don't understand how this kind of works. So watch this. Did you copy it down? I'll hold it up here.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay. Now, you'll see this a lot in like SAT. You'll see things like this, like let's say 2x squared plus 7x plus 4. And on the right side, you'll have something like ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, do you see how it's set up? If you ask the question, well, what's a? Well, a has to be the number 2, right? Because it's attached to x squared.
Yeah.
And b has to equal what? 7.
Yes.
And c has to equal 4.
4.
Now, if it was, sometimes the setup is really simple, but sometimes the setup looks something like this, like ax squared plus bx, and on this side you'll see something like, like x plus 2, well, not x plus 2. I'm just gonna do some random numbers like p plus 2x squared plus like p squared minus 4 x. Now that one looks kind of weird, right? But you realize it's essentially the same setup. X squared is attached to this, so these two must be exactly what?
Equal.
Yeah. And then b and p squared minus 4 must be what?
Equal.
Yeah. Now you have two equations with two variables, and you could substitute and solve. So, this is what's going to happen over here. So you see this? On the left side, it's a number attached to x. So what I want to do on the right side is attach all the numbers that, gather all the numbers that are attached to x and combine it. So how do you do that? Well, distribute the a out. It'll be ax minus a plus bx plus 3b, right?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that this one and this one has an x attached to it. So I'm going to combine them like this. A plus bx. You see that? And then what's left over? Negative a plus 3 what? 3b.
Yeah.
3b. And on the left side, you have 5x minus what? 7. Now remember, we're not going to move things around, okay? We're looking for a and b, but we need like a system of equations. This right here is technically the number what?
5.
Mm-hmm. So on the other side, you got all this other stuff, but remember, the left side and the right side are technically it's exactly the same. So whatever's left over, which is 7 or negative 7, that must be this fellow right there. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So watch this. So 5 equals a plus b. Negative 7 equals negative a plus 3 what?
3.
Now, kind of zoom in on this. Do you get it? Do you remember how to do this? It's just system of equations.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you remember using elimination? It's kind of like solving something that looks like this. Like 5 equals x plus y. And negative 7 equals negative x plus 3y. Do you remember doing this at all in Algebra 1?
Oh man, Algebra 1 was COVID year. I did not pay attention at all. So
okay,
that's a no.
Okay, so you can either do two things. You can use substitution, set it equal to x and plug it into here and solve for y. Or you can do what we call elimination. You can just add it straight down. If you add it straight down, do you notice that a and negative a will just kind of cancel out?
Yeah.
And then b plus 3b will become what?
4b.
4b. And negative 7 plus 5 will be negative what? 2?
Negative 2. Yeah.
And then to solve for b, we divide both sides by 4.
By 4.
So negative 1/2 equals
b.
So what's that? That's right over here. This is negative 1/2. You see that?
Yeah.
So, but we still need to find a. Well, what do we use? We can always use the equation. This one right here. 5 equals a plus b. So we plug in negative 1/2 for b. 5 equals a minus 1/2. So 5 plus 1/2 equals a. That'll be 11 over 2 equals what? A.
A.
So now we go back and plug it all in. That's 11 over 2, like that. But we have to rewrite it. So this will look something like this. 11 over 2x plus 3 minus 1 over 2x minus 1. So now we found our partial what? Partial fractions. We've decomposed it. So this whole thing, well, if we combine that, it'll become what? It'll become this.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that... I know it's a lot of work, but it's just basic algebra 1. The only hard part will be setting it up like this.
Okay.
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 All right. So let's do one more. Well, let's just keep doing it until you kind of see it now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm working halfway. Like I'm working halfway where I'm regularly at here. So
yeah, I understand.
just
I know. Yeah, it's really late. You can always watch it later too. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, I'm
yeah,
going through it. Like I understand most of it, but I'm just like, wait, is it? Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's
Again, stop me if something doesn't click, and then
okay.
I'll slow it down. Okay, so do you remember what's our first step?
Factor.
Factor. Can you factor this in your head?
Oh, man, I'm always pretty bad at factoring when there's a number in front of the x squared. Yeah, I can't figure out how to do that.
Do you know this X method? Is that how your teacher taught it in class?
I think I've seen the X method before, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's like the classic way that teachers teach. Okay, so you take the first number and the last number and you multiply it, okay?
Okay.
So you put that on the top, negative 12, right?
Yeah.
And then the bottom number here is just this guy, whatever's next to the middle number x.
Okay.
And then you're basically looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 12, where the exact two numbers will add to positive 1. What are those two numbers? What two numbers multiply to 12?
Yeah, negative 12. Wait, no. So, wait, sorry, you said multiply to 12 and add to 1?
Yeah. So going up, you're going to multiply. Going down, you're going to add. So...
okay, wait, negative... oh, shoot.
4
Sorry.
and 3.
Oh, 4 and 3. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But which one's going to be negative? Because 4 times 3 is positive 12. We need to make a negative 12, but add up to 1. So
4 times negative 3.
4 times negative 3. Okay. Now that's the key. So what you have to do with that number is replace the middle guy right over here. So you're going to rewrite this as 2x squared. And this is the coefficient for x. So this is going to be 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x. You see what I did?
Yeah.
And then minus 6. So the only number we replace is this guy with right over here. See it?
I see.
Okay, now do you remember, was it something like this in your past life?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this actually. Now that you show it, I don't think, and this makes a lot of sense.
Okay, there's several different ways. I know every possible way you can do this. Another one is use this square method. Do you remember this at all? Like, no? Okay.
No.
So, okay, then forget
I didn't start paying attention in class till algebra 2, I would say.
Great. Okay. So this is a fail-proof method. This will always work, okay? If you just follow these steps. So again, let's go back. Multiply the first and the last number, include the negative sign, put it up here, and then put the middle term, the coefficient in the bottom. You're looking for two numbers that multiply this way and two numbers that add down this way. So this is going to work. You take the middle guy, you replace it with those two. See it? So did we change the equation yet? No, because 4x minus 3x is still equal to what? 1x.
1x.
Yeah, we're just changing the format. Now what do we do? There's this thing called factor by grouping. Does that click?
No.
Probably not. Okay, when there's 4 terms, you want to group them like this. Um, group them here and here. So you have two groups of numbers, right?
Yeah.
Just factor out this one. What's the greatest common factor for this guy?
2.
2x, right?
2x, yeah.
Okay, see it? 2x and x plus 2?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. What about this one? Negative 3, correct?
Yeah.
And there'll be x plus what?
2. X plus
Okay,
2.
let me stop here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, now you know you're doing this right if these two guys are exactly what?
Equal.
Equal. Now you can factor those two from both groups and it'll look like this. X plus 2 times 2x minus 3. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So now we factored it. Okay. All right. So that's gonna, okay, you really got to practice this or else you can't even do partial fractions until you've actually done this first, right? So we're gonna take that and put it up here. X plus 2 and 2x minus what? 3.
3.
Okay.
Wait,
And
where did
then
the 2x minus, how did you get to 2x minus 3 from?
right here. So do you see the 2x, this one?
Yeah.
That's this guy. The
Mhm.
3 is this guy.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. They both have a common factor, so I pulled it out.
Yeah.
And so if you go this times that, it'll be this one. This times that, it'll be that one.
That one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would see how you get from I would see like how you get uh like
Like,
there to there, but like I didn't know how to do it, so I would always try to overcomplicate it. I'm like, okay, I have to find a number that multiplies with this, and then you add this on, and
yeah,
then I would just like get stuck. I would spend like 10 minutes, and it would be bad because you don't have 10 minutes for one problem, like 10 minutes a problem on a test, 10 minutes
yeah,
on one problem. So
exactly.
I
Okay,
would overcomplicate it and like trial and error it basically.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so go back and do this like couple times. Like this method will never fail. Like it'll just always work out.
Okay.
You just have to make sure when you factor two, like there's four numbers, so group them into pairs. Factor it out carefully. These two should always be exactly the same. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me rewrite it. Maybe this will make it more clear. You can also rewrite this like this. Two, like it's kind of like adding like 2x p minus 3p. And you factor out the 2x in the front. Actually, no, forget it. That's gonna actually make it worse. I'll just go like this: 2x minus 3. That's this one, and that's that one, right? And then behind will be x plus what?
2.
Yeah, you can reverse the order as well. Okay, now once you got that factored, we're gonna leave that on top again. 5x minus 1. Okay, so the goal is to figure out what was the original two fractions that that brought this about, right?
Yeah.
So the two denominators are these. Okay, see it? All right, so now we're just gonna work with this equation right here. Do you remember the first step after this one? We want to clear all the denominators out, so what do?
Multiply it
Multiply both sides by,
by x2 times x, uh, 2x minus 3.
yeah,
Sorry.
basically the common denominator. 2x minus 3. Okay, so we're going to cancel all these out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So 5x minus 11. On the right side, it'll be a times, can you give me the number?
2x minus 3.
Yeah, 2x minus 3 plus b times,
X plus 2.
there you go. Okay, now the goal is to match up the left side with the right side. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so just distribute this out first. So this will be 2ax minus 3a plus bx plus 2b. So on the left side, we have a number attached to x with the number that's by itself. So on the right side, we have two sets of numbers that are attached to x right here, right? So how can we rewrite that so that x will be like on the side? I'm going to write like 2a plus bx. Wait, do you get that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's on the right? Well, whatever's left over is the 3a plus 2b.
Plus 2b. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we need two sets of equations. What's my first equation going to be?
First equation is going to be uh
5.
5x. Yeah. Oh,
Just
just
5.
5. Just
5 will
5.
equal what?
2 a plus b.
Wait, so do you get that? Because
Kinda.
it's attached to x, you see it?
Yeah.
So the number in front of x should be exactly what?
Equal. I
Yeah,
see.
because
Okay.
equal sign means the left side is equal to the right side. So this whole thing better be equal to 5. So this is 2a plus b equaling 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with that. But what is this going to be equal to, this whole thing?
11.
Negative 11. Don't
Negative
forget,
11.
yeah.
Sorry.
Good. Okay, so negative 3a plus 2b equals negative 11.
Yeah.
Okay, the question is now, what do we do with this? Now, I'm going to show you this method and just stick with this one. The first method I did was I added it straight down. Remember that? Where did I put it? Oh, right here. This one, you know how I just kind of added straight down and canceled out the a's?
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you a different way because it's not always going to be that, simple. So here, you basically take one equation. You can choose either one. I'm going to convert that one into b equals because b is by itself. So this will become b equals 5 minus 2a. You see that?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take that and plug it where?
Into there.
And then everything will be a's now. Do you get it? So it'll be negative 3a plus 2 of what? 5 minus 2a. Okay, equaling negative 11. Now, I'll slow down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, we'll have one equation with one type of variable. Can we solve for a now? It's just basic algebra, right? So
Yeah, of course.
negative 3a plus 10 minus 4a equals negative 11. These two will become negative 7a. And then negative 11 minus 10. I'm going to move 10 to the other side, right?
Yeah, wait, sorry, where did you okay, wait. Negative 3a plus
So
10.
well, I combine these two. Negative 3a and negative 4a becomes negative 7a.
And where'd you get 10 from?
Oh, here. Okay. Oh, this 10 right here?
Yeah.
From here. 2 times 5.
Okay. I see it. Yeah.
So 2 times 5 is 10. And 2 times negative 2a will be negative 4a. I
4a.
distributed the 2 in. Got it?
Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. So is it clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, here, I'll just take one more step just so that your brain doesn't get too shocked. So negative 7a plus 10 equals negative 11. And then I'm going to subtract 10 to both sides, right? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
So negative 7a equals negative 20 what?
21.
And divide both sides by negative 7, and what do we get?
3.
3, look at that. So we got 3. We have to find b now. So what do we do? We just go back to the top, and we can just choose any one. You can choose the top one or the what?
Bottom
The
one.
bottom one. But guess what? I'm going to choose this one because it's already set to b, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So b equals 5 minus 2 times 3. There. So now b is equal to 5 minus 6. So b is equal to negative what?
1.
Okay. So we're done. Well, you don't want to leave it like this. You have to go back and replace these two. You see it?
Yeah.
So I'll copy it down again right here. So a over x plus 2 plus b over 2x minus 3. Oh, man, I still have to cough. You have to cough still, huh? From your cold? 3 over x plus 2
I still
And
got
then,
it, especially when I like hit the cold
yeah,
going outside. Picks up.
yeah, same here.
Thing is,
Yeah.
I can't stop going outside, so halfway a problem there. So
Did I miss something here? Yeah. So this is it. So these two fractions, if you were to add it together with the common denominator, it'll result in the one that we just tried to decompose, this guy.
okay,
Okay, so do you get the concept? We're just taking a one fraction and just splitting it into two separate ones. But the mystery was, what were they before? And we have to go through this elaborate work to find A and B.
okay.
Okay.
And so wait, can you just go back to that step here in the bottom right corner?
Right here.
Okay, so that's a plus
Okay, are you referring to this one right here?
yeah,
Yeah, I just remember the original one right here?
yeah.
I just recopied it right here like that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, and
okay.
then yeah, and so now that I found A, I'm gonna put A
Oh,
plus
I see,
three
I see.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then
Okay,
B. That's
yeah.
that's all it is.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
let me crop out the other one that you sent. Uh, let's try this one. Okay, so here's the one that you sent on your second text. All right, here we go. Do you have a piece of paper? Let's give it a try.
Yes.
All right, and let's. Okay, now this one, can you factor it out in your head? The bottom.
Um, x squared. That's
Like these two have to be x, right? Because x times x is x squared.
yeah. It's
And then these two numbers have to multiply to -6, right?
yeah. X plus 3, x minus 2.
X plus 3, yes, very good. By the way, you can actually do this one in your head if you just kind of think about it. So if you go like this, like that, right?
Yeah.
The first two numbers have to multiply to 2x squared. So it has to be 2x and what? X?
X. Yeah.
The last two have to multiply to -6, but it's got to add into 1. But because of this guy right here, what was it? What were the two numbers? X plus 2, 2x. Yeah, you have to kind of play around with this. So if you go like this and 3, outside will be 2 times 2 will be 4, and 3, 4 minus 3 will equal 1, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that. But it's a little bit like a guess and check. But
That's what
if
I
you,
would always do. That was
yeah.
That's
But if you do it this way, it takes a little bit longer, but you'll never get it wrong. Like
yeah.
like
That was
that.
the thing. I was doing the guess and check, but like with like there would be like a 6 in front of the x,
Yeah.
and then it wouldn't be like an x and and like a -6. It'd be like a 14 and a 32, something like. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I don't even know where to start.
So that's how we learned it back in 1992.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the dinosaurs were roaming the earth. And
Exactly.
then like 15 years later, I'm tutoring students and they're doing this thing called the X method. I was like, what's this? And then I looked into it. I'm like, oh, that's genius. Now they have this thing called the area method. So, anyways, they're always coming with the more simpler methods. The guess and check is faster, but once you get into like even numbers, there's like so many different permutations of that. Okay, so here we go. What do you put on the right side?
Okay. You put 7. Oh wait, no. You put x. A divided by x plus 3.
Yeah.
And then you put b divided by x minus 2.
Very good. There you go. And then
And then you multiply x. You multiply both sides by x minus 3 times x minus 2.
good.
So that leads to x times, a times x plus 2, and x minus 2, and b times x plus 3.
Very good. All right. Now write that down and okay, can try to solve for A and B on your own. You at least want to do at least once by yourself.
Okay, here, let's see. Wait, do I
Okay, let me
let's
catch
see.
up. So you should have something like this. You have that. Just distribute the A.
Distribute the A.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you have to release X out of the parentheses. You see it?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so if you're here, gather the numbers that are attached to X. So here, I'm going to write it like this. Just rearrange it. So I moved the AX and BX in the front. You see this?
Yes.
Yeah. And they both share the same factor, so you can factor it out like this. I mean, normally we'll do something like this, right? X times A plus B. Like this is the
Uh,
greatest common factor. But you can rewrite it so that X is on the back, like this. Do you get that?
yeah.
Mhm. And then minus 2A plus 3B. Okay, so we're here. Now we need two equations, a system of two equations. What's your first equation going to be?
Um, First equation is going to be A plus B times X, right? Or A
Um,
plus B equals 7X. Or
no,
7
just
equals
7,
7.
yeah. So we're going to
Yeah.
disregard the letter, just equal the numbers attached to X.
Yeah,
And
equals
then,
7. No, sorry.
and then what's the second equation going to be?
6 equals 2A plus 3B.
Oh, okay. Don't forget the negative sign. You see it?
Oh yeah, negative 2A plus 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, those are sleepy mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So hang in there. We're almost done.
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Now,
of course,
how
I'm
do we
still waiting.
solve this? We have to substitute. It's called substitution. We want to take one equation and plug it into the second equation. So what do you want to do?
Um, let's start with the first one. Yeah.
Take that and set equal to a letter. It doesn't matter if it's A or B. Which one do you want to use?
A.
A. Okay. So if you set equal to A, what is that going to become now?
Um,
A
two.
equals 7
A
minus B.
equals.
Do you get that?
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
So we're
it.
taking that equation and we're converting it to just a letter, right? A equals 7
Yeah.
minus B. And then we're going to take this A and plug it where?
Into
Into
A.
that A, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to become 6 equals negative 2. Wait, do you get that? What goes right here?
7 minus B.
Yes, 7 minus B, okay? Now, you know you're on the right track if you have one equation with the same exact variable, then you can solve.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and solve for B. What do you get?
Okay, let's see. 6. Well, first you want to start with 6 minus 3, right?
You can, or can you distribute?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Did I just glitch? Is my video still working?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was me like blinking or something like that, but it could have been.
Yeah, I think it was me. But wait,
Yeah.
am I still visible?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay.
still live. I can still see the screen.
That was weird. That never happened. Something just like I hope it's yeah, it says it's being recorded, so and then if the recording's bad, I'll just make you a separate video on this, okay? So
Okay.
either way,
I'm
you'll get
sure
some
the recording will be
you'll
good.
either
Yeah.
way you'll get your information.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sounds
distribute
good.
the -2.
Okay, so that's negative 14 plus two times b.
Uh-huh.
And
Don't forget the
then
negative. Yeah, negative and negative makes positive plus 3b.
that's gonna turn to 5b.
Yes. 6 is equal to -14 plus 5b, and then
So then you just wanna add 16 to both sides. I mean 14,
14.
sorry.
Yeah. If you add
14,
14
yeah,
to both
sorry.
sides, you get 20, right?
Yeah,
And then b is equal
divide by
to
5. Yeah.
look at
4
that. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, now how do we find a?
Plug 4 into b, and then that's 7 minus 4. That equals to 3, so a equals 3.
Yeah, a is equal to 3. All right. Do we leave it like this?
No.
No, you have to go back to your original setup and plug it in, okay? So this would be 3 over x plus 3. And this would be 4 over x minus 2. There, that's your final answer there. Okay.
Okay.
Are you getting the hang of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can you factor this one?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. This one, let's practice factoring because I think the rest of it, it's not that bad, right? You just multiply both sides,
No, it's not.
simplify, set equal to each other, and then the substitution, and then bam, you got it. So, okay. So let's factor this one. 6x squared minus x minus 12. Okay. So do you remember the steps? Just follow the steps.
Let's see.
What do
Okay,
you
here we
put
go.
on this
So,
one?
yeah. Okay, so what you want to do? Sorry.
It's okay.
You want to multiply 6 times 12. 6 times negative 12.
Yeah, which gives you
Oh man, I can't do. Let's see.
negative
That's
72. Okay.
negative 72. Thanks.
All right. Then what do
I
you
was
put
gonna
down
say, I
here?
was like, my brain, I was like, shoot, I don't have the brain power to do this right
Wait,
now.
I have a question. You guys have, you said 9 periods, right, in class?
Yeah.
What time does school start and end?
Starts at 7:45, ends at 3:20.
Oh, so each class is like, how long is each class then?
It honestly depends. Sixth period and ninth period are 45 minutes. The rest of our classes are 90 minutes.
Oh, is it block schedule?
Yeah, it's block schedule.
Oh my gosh, that sounds complicated for 9 classes.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, yeah, you get used to it, but at first it's pretty complicated. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay, what do I put down here? The middle term right here. The negative 1. If you want, you can actually put negative x right here, and this would be x squared. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, okay, we need two numbers that multiply upward, or the exact 2 will add downward to a negative 1 or negative 1x. What are those two numbers?
Oh man, if only I knew. Let's see. I know it's two things that.
What goes into 72? Start with 9. 9 times.
9 times 9.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 9 times 8.
Are you one of those guys that somehow got to 10th, 11th grade or 10th grade and failed your multiplication table?
That's probably right. Yeah, that sounds right. 9 times 8 sounds right. I think half of it is I'm halfway asleep, and then the other half is I just don't have these kind of things. Like if you asked me in the day, I would probably be able to figure it out. Probably. I'll go with probably. Yeah. I have
It's
it
okay.
like overall. I have it like memorized where I need to have it memorized. You know what I mean?
Just
If that makes sense.
just the minimum.
Just the minimum. Just the minimum. I should probably have it fully. Yeah.
Okay, so 9 and 8, which one's going to be positive and which one's going to be negative?
Positive 9. Oh wait, no, sorry. Positive 8, negative 9.
Positive 8, negative 9. Now, the order you can switch the order. It doesn't really matter, okay? You can put -9 here, 8 here. Okay. So these are going to be x's. Got
Oh,
it?
this shouldn't be hard. This is just 8 times 10, and then you subtract it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so
I'm pretty much
yeah,
yeah.
8x minus 9x minus 12. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah. I'm halfway. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 6 times. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's take a look at the first group. This one. What can we factor out? What divides 6 and 8 and also x squared and x?
What divides 6 and 8?
Yeah, the biggest number that divides 6 and 8.
Uh, 2.
2, yeah. 2, and what about the x's?
Um,
2x, right?
X. Yeah.
Yeah. And this will become
Uh,
3x
3 at 3x plus 4.
plus 4. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
And then what can you factor out from the second group?
Uh 3.
3. Now, if you see a negative in the front, you want to factor out a negative of that. So
Okay.
negative 3. Okay, can you tell me what goes on in here?
Negative 3 negative, oh wait, yeah, negative 3. Oh wait. No, 3
3
plus 4.
3x
3x.
plus
3x
4.
plus 4. That's right. Yeah.
Now remember, these two will always be exactly the same if you're doing it right. You see it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Okay. Now, don't just put it in there thinking that it's going to happen because
Yeah.
you want to make sure that it actually works out. Okay, do you remember how to combine these two now?
Yeah, you do 2x plus, I mean, minus 3,
Yes, good.
and then you got 3x plus 4.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, so there it is. So this is
That's
your
it.
factor. I know it's a lot of work just for this one problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
sorry
now
that's taking so long. It's only 2 weeks. Then we go back to regular time.
don't worry, it's totally fine. I have had students that are so tired. Did I tell you I actually fell asleep in one of my tutoring sessions?
Oh my gosh.
It was a close family friend at his house. This was like 10 years ago. I was so tired. This was right before church. And then as he was working on a problem, I just knocked out and fell on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
That's pretty funny.
as long as you give effort, that's fine. Okay, so
Yeah. No, that's
okay.
extreme for me. Yeah.
So
I
what I'm
can't
gonna
do
do?
like the 4 hour sleeps and that. Very rare, like super rarely can I do that. Anyway, sorry, what did you say?
Okay, so now how should we set it up? The numerator stays the same right here,
Yeah.
but instead of
3x.
writing that, we're gonna write it as
2x minus 3 times 3x plus 4.
yeah. There we go. Okay, now let's crank this out. Okay, so try to write this out on your own now.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll keep you awake. So a over 2x minus 3. Do you ever drink coffee or anything like that? Or does your mom let you?
No. I'm a super athletic person, so I avoid anything that's why, like, yeah, I mean, I'm probably not the best student because like I refuse, like I get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. I refuse to drink caffeine.
It's
Oh
good. It's
yeah,
good.
it's
My
like
first time drinking coffee was at my third year in college. So
oh okay, I still got time.
yeah, and then it tasted so bad I couldn't drink it for another 10 years. So I
Oh
actually
my
started
gosh.
drinking at like 20. No, how old was I? 33. I started at 33. So I started pretty late. So I got through life without coffee.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I mean I could probably yeah, I don't drink coffee or any energy drinks or anything like that. I wake myself up with a cold shower every morning. So that's
That's good. That's good. Okay, so all right, try to work it out now. Let's see if we get the same answer. And you can occasionally look up at my work to see if you're on the right track, but try to do most of it on your own.
Okay.
Mm, yep. Okay, so you want to do a progress check? How far did you get?
Currently, oh man, I can't even think of what it's called. Distributing.
Okay,
Distributing.
so you're like right here, huh? Okay.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, sorry, it takes me it's taking me an extra minute right now.
Try holding your breath.
Oh, that's true.
Imagine you're underwater. The whole world is dead silent. I'm kidding. Are you actually holding your breath?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Why'd you knock out and then you're all fainted? I'm like, oh,
It's funny, I have a friend.
I have to call your
What? Sorry?
mom. Like your son's fainted while I'm
Yeah,
tutoring.
just I'm holding my breath. One of the guys I train with, he's like he's attempting to get the US national record.
For holding
And
breath?
yeah, I think he's at around 8 minutes and 40 something seconds.
What? Wait, what's the
Yeah,
record?
the worldwide record is somewhere around 11 minutes. Um,
What? That's
yeah, non-oxygen assisted.
I mean, do you just stay underwater or do you have to like dive down?
11 minutes is just like you basically just lay there in the water. Like you just, I mean, you're almost like you're like basically not far from death. You're like halfway asleep. A lot of the people actually just fall asleep, and you just lie there in the water and hold your breath. And yeah, one of the top guys, he was showing me a video. He blacked out at his last competition,
No. I mean,
and I was like,
then how did the judges know? Because what if they can't tell if he's knocked out? That'd be so sad, right?
so basically, it's actually pretty crazy. So what you do is somebody will tap you every 30 seconds, and you have to raise a finger. And if you don't raise your finger, they'll take you out the water. But the crazy part was he blacked out, and because of muscle memory, he kept raising his finger.
No,
I'm serious.
no. That's
Yeah.
did he die?
So
Wait, is
it
he
took him a
okay?
minute. So he started like, because what will happen is your body starts like you start having it's called like involuntary muscle movements,
Yeah.
and your body will start like moving around without your control. And that's what happened to him. And that's when they're like, shoot, we gotta take him out. And he was blacked out for like 30 seconds.
That's crazy. Oh
It's
my
pretty
gosh,
crazy.
it's so crazy. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Ah, so
Yeah.
scary. Oh my gosh. Okay, so are you here?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, so now do the substitution and solve. So I'm gonna solve for a. So it'd be 3 minus 2b equals 3a. And divide everything by 3. Well, I'll do it like this. So 1 minus 2/3 b equals a. Okay, I'm going to take that and plug it in right over here. So that's going to become negative 13. 4 times 1 minus 2/3 b minus 3b. Did I do that right? Yes. Okay. So negative 13 equals distribute to 4. So 4 minus 8/3 b. Then I'm going to subtract 4 to both sides. So it'll be negative 17. And then these two, if you get common denominator, it'll be 9. So negative 17 over 3b. Oh ho ho. And then negative 17 times negative 3 over 17. Multiply those two. 17 will cancel out. Bada bing, bada bang. Look at that. So it looked like it didn't want to work out, but it came out to a whole number. I think the first problem that I did might have been a mistake because it was like a fraction. I'm guessing that it was like a whole number.
Where at?
The very first one that I did, you know how I got like a fraction? I think it must have been. Let's see, where was it? I don't even know where was it? I don't even know where I put my answer.
I don't think we got fraction.
This one, 11, like 11 over 2 and 1/2. I think. Yeah, you know how I got a fraction right here, 1/2.
Oh shoot, yeah.
So I can redo this one, but it seems like your teacher is choosing problems that are going to yield whole numbers. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So
honestly,
there it is.
There's a shot he just picked these I don't know. I don't know what my teacher does, so
yeah.
There's no consistency.
Okay, so in the a would equal 1 minus 2/3 times 3. So a is equal to 1 minus 2. So a is equal to negative 1. There it is. Okay, and then you just plug it back into the original. So it'll be negative 1 over 2x minus 3 plus 3 over 3x plus 4. Okay, so it's just a lot of computational work. So if you just stay focused and not make a mistake, you should get there. I think the only hardest part will be when you have to factor something big like this. So practice doing the X method, and you should be good to go.
That sounds good. And now, how fast should, like, on a test, how fast should I knock out a problem like this?
I guess, I mean, well, this one takes about, I would say, if you do it fast, like 3 minutes, but that's like pushing it. So I would say maybe about, I don't think he's going to give you like 5 problems because these take a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I did this in like a minute and a half, but it's just because I'm really fast at it. For regular students, maybe about 5 minutes. Now, this one, he just wants you to combine it. You see it? So here, I'll just do this one really fast. They're they're already partial fractions, so just you want to combine into one now. So
also, if you just want to, like, I get it's around dinner time for you guys. If you want to go, you could just do it later and send me a video if you would like.
It's okay here. I'll just do it fast.
Okay,
like
that sounds good.
Okay, see that?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you just write common denominator and distribute 3x minus 6 plus 4x plus 12 and just combine it and you'll get your final answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Hang in there, man. 2 weeks of struggle. All right, take care.
Thanks. You too. Have a nice evening.